Hi, I'm Rigel. I'm going to be performing Silvia's monologue from The Two Gentlemen of Verona from Shakespeare. And then I'm going to be performing Sophie's monologue from the play Honour by Joanna Murray Smith. And as my song, I'm going to be singing Tom's Diner by Suzanne Vega.
Oh, Eglamour, thou art a gentleman. Think not I flatter, for I swear I do not. Valiant, wise, resourceful, well accomplished. Thou art not ignorant what goodwill I bear unto the banished Valentine, nor how my father would enforce me marry vain Thurio, whom my very soul abhors. Myself hast loved. I have heard thee say, no grief did ever come so near thy heart as when thy lady and thy true love died, upon whose grave thou vowest pure chastity. Sir Eglamour, I would to Valentine, to Mantua, where I hear he makes abode, and for the ways are dangerous to pass, I do desire thy worthy company, upon whose faith and honour I repose. Urge not my father's anger, Eglamour, but think upon my grief, a lady's grief, and on the justice of my flying hence to keep me from a most unholy match, which heaven and fortune still rewards with plagues. I do desire thee, even from a heart as full of sorrows as a sea of sands, to bear me company and go with me. If not, to hide what I have said to thee, that I may venture to depart alone. You're so clear. I mean, you seem so clear about things, whereas I can never quite say what I mean. I mean, some nights I lie awake and I go over the things I've said confidently, and they fall to pieces. And where there were words, there's now just this feeling of impossibility. I used to feel that way when I was very small. That same feeling. Not a childish feeling. Maybe. But what does a child who has everything suffer from? Who could name it? I mean, I can't. I can't. The one thing that kept me here was a picture of my parents. Silly, because I'm old now and I shouldn't remember that anymore. But they gave such a strong sense of love for each other. And inside that, I felt loved. And since I've gotten older, I don't feel... I know I'm not a child anymore. No. I'm not. But I still need... I wish I was more like you. Like you.
I am sitting in the morning at the diner on the corner. I am waiting at the counter for the man to pour the coffee, and he fills it only halfway, and before I even argue, he is looking at the window at somebody coming in. It is always nice to see you, says the man behind the counter. To the woman who has come in, she is shaking her umbrella. And I look the other way as they are kissing their hellos. And I'm pretending not to see them, and instead I pour the milk. I open up the paper, there's a story of an actor who had died while he was drinking. It was no one I had heard of, and I'm turning to the horoscopes and looking for the funnies when I'm feeling someone watching me, and so I raise my head. There's a woman on the outside looking inside. Does she see me? No, she does not really see me. She sees her own reflection. And I'm trying not to notice as she's hitching up her skirt. But as she's straightening her stockings, her hair has gotten wet. Oh, this rain, it will continue through the morning as I'm listening to the bells of the cathedral. I am thinking of your voice and of the midnight picnic once upon a time before the rain began. So I finish up my coffee and it's time to catch the train. Now tell us, Nina, what do you see?
What do I see?
Yes, what do you see? Remember, no wrong answers.
I see red. I see red and black strokes. Red, black, yellow and green strokes. Sorry, spots. Overlapping one another. They appear to be fighting for space, fighting to be seen.
Okay, now what do the colours represent?
Yellow represents advertising, striving to capture our gaze. Green, the few trees left. Red, the innocent bloodshed. Black, human greed, colonizing everything it touches. I see the oversaturated, overstimulating, consumerist chaos of society that makes it impossible to think. But I also sense some clarity in the chaos, present but complicated to access.
Okay, thanks for sharing, Nina. So actually this was part of Yes Chastagov's Joy series. He was working on a number of pieces at the time he thought would enliven